How much are you looking forward to playing against the team that you drafted you and maybe making this a little bit of a revenge game here?
You know what? I haven't really thought about that. We'll see how it goes with DJ. Um, I think for us, this is a really tough opponent. They have the capability to score a lot of points, and we know how good their defense is, especially up front. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and um, we've got our hands full with them, and we've unfortunately didn't get to practice yesterday, but had a good practice today, and hopefully we can get a little bit more work in tomorrow before the game.
Jordan.
Hey, Colt. How much more work did you get this week than maybe last week when Daniel, had the one injury instead of the two?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we hadn't been out on the field that much. Wednesday was a walkthrough. We were off on Thursday because of all the situations that went on here, and back on the field today. So, we'll see how DJ's feeling. I don't know, but we've just been at home and studying and watching a lot of tape. And one thing I know is that these guys are really good. They rush the passer and can't hold on to the ball. And we'll see where we are tomorrow. Hopefully, we get another workout in tomorrow and go from there.
How did DJ look to you?
He looked good. He looked good to me.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Colt, how you doing?
Good.
Based on when you played against Seattle, was the game plan not to throw as much because it seemed like you didn't push it downfield, or was that what they were giving you?
The game plan kind of evolved in the Seattle game. I didn't really know where it was going to go, and it ended up being a lot of big personnel. And so that's just kind of how the game evolved. Obviously, we like to take shots. We like to push the ball down the field. But I think during that game, it just didn't present itself. We were doing a lot of things on the ball and in big people, and that's what was kind of working.
As a quarterback, is that the easiest way to play when you're getting yardage with the run? Just stick with it.
I'm a believer in whatever's working. Let that work. I believe in our receivers. I believe in our running backs. I believe in our guys up front. And, our call sheet's pretty heavy, one of the heavier ones that I've been around. So there's a lot of options there. And in the Seattle game, it worked out there in the second half where we were in big people most of the time, and that's what we stuck with.
Thank you.
We'll take three more. Art, Dunleavy, Rock. Art.
Hey, Colt, obviously a couple weeks ago in Seattle after the game, you talked about how appreciative you were for the journey and getting to that point, getting the opportunity to start. I'm curious, if you do get that opportunity on Sunday night, will it feel any differently for you? Are you more comfortable because you've just done this a couple weeks ago and it's not as long of a time off? Or, how do you approach? I know you're going to approach it the same way, but just physically being out there on the field, knowing you were just there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think maybe that might be a little bit more familiar to me after having played 2 weeks ago. I just think that our group, especially on offense, has to be really focused, really sharp on our details and on our efficiency and the things that we're doing and kind of what's working in the game. And because it's been a crazy week around here. And getting back on the field today was nice. Get the blood flowing a little bit. Get the communication. Get the calls. Let everybody kind of get used to what they do on defense. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes. This defense can create a lot of problems with their pass rush. They're good at stopping the run. So we've got to be prepared and ready. And I thought that today was the first day with the quarterbacks working with Freddie and hearing his voice and the play calls. So we're working through a lot.
Thanks, Cole.
Dunleavy.
Colt, I was a little late here, so please forgive me if this was something was asked like this. But what were your memories of playing with the Browns early in your career? What sticks out about that time? And knowing how starved that fan base is for a winner, what do you think? And how hard it is to play quarterback there? What do you think of what Baker's done and where the Browns are right now after 25 years?
Yeah, I think Baker has done an outstanding job. He's playing at a really high level. I was appreciative of my time at the Browns. I wish we could have won more games. There's great people in that organization. The fans and the people in Cleveland are awesome. You know, my wife and I really enjoyed our time there. Just didn't win enough. So, you know, that's about all I'll say about Cleveland. I think right now our focus and our team's focus is on, you know, we still have stuff to play for, and you know they're a good football team. They won a lot of games. You know, we've got our hands full with their guys up front, and you know we know what we need to do to win this game, and we've got to prepare and focus and be ready to go out there and execute.
Last one here, Tom Rock.
Colt, I have two questions. When do you expect to hear whether or not you're going to be playing? When do you want to hear that? I guess it's three questions. And then the third one would be, what's your relationship like with Freddie?
Yeah, obviously to know sooner than later, that'd be great. But you know, it's all about how DJ feels. And thought he looked good today, but we'll see where it goes. And as far as Freddie, Freddie's been great. You know, he's in the tight ends room, but he's been active. He's been involved. You know, Jason's the play caller, right? We know Jason's voice. Jason sits in our meeting. You know, that has been obviously really good. You know, Freddie's going to step in and do a good job. I think for us as quarterbacks, you know, we've just got to get on the same page with him. You know, he's going to call the game, and you know, we'll be fine. You know, we'll work out the kinks, you know, tomorrow, and you know, we did a good job today, and we'll be ready to go.
For someone from Texas, I would imagine hearing the drawl is a lot more familiar than Jason's Northeastern.
Yeah, Freddie's got a nice little draw. Yeah, he does.